All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Don's Modeling Desk, and I'm gonna continue on the fish demon here. Tonight, I'm gonna be working on some detail painting, getting some of the details painted. Let's see who all's in the stream. Buck, and Buck. Okay. Well, no way. Ha! Yes, Donnie's stream. Uh. Wait, is it cheating chatting with myself before anyone gets here? No, I don't think so, Buck. And then Jody said, you talking to yourself again, old man? Don said, someone is anxious tonight. Buck said, indeed I am, Jody, and I even answer sometimes. I usually answer myself too, to be honest, you know. And then Buck said, not really anxious, just got done making videos and Donnie wasn't up yet, so I exercised my chat demons and they are tired now. Trent said, hey, what's up, Trent? Don said, you were number one, but I liked first. Nah. No, there was an intro. There was supposed to be an intro anyway. It played it on mine. And Trent saying howdy to everyone. Everyone saying howdy to Trent. What's going on, everyone? We got several people here tonight, so far anyway. But we're just going to continue working on this. I'm going to get some details painted on it, like I said before. The teeth are going to be interesting to paint because they're under the tongues. I don't even know how I'm going to get in there, but we'll see. We will see what we can do. Not to mention the bottom of his mouth is in there somewhere. All interesting problems that I will try to figure out tonight. So what's everybody up to? Anybody working on anything or just sitting here watching? Oh, you didn't see an intro either? Andrew? Huh. I set up the intro. It's supposed to have automatically played it. It played on my screen. I guess maybe the timing was a bit off or something. I don't know. We'll see. But let me get my red. Which red do I want? I want this one. I think I want the dark red. Let's get my toolbox out and get my dark red out. Or a dark red. I have a few. That one's almost empty. I need to order another one of those. Ah, there's plenty in that one. That one back up. Get the paint palette out. That thing seals really good. It gathers moisture in the lid. It keeps the moisture in. Oh, what's going on, Steven? Don says he's just watching. Jody says he's watching and editing Miranda Hornet video. Finally got back to it today. But I'm using, well, it's a Reaper paint. Not sure what it's called. The label faded out. You gotta love thermal labels, huh? Anyway, it's a dark red. Let's try this brush. See if we can get down inside of here with this red. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, that's on camera. Oh, there's a support in there that I forgot to get out. Hidden support. Hidden support. Let's get the tweezers out. And we'll see if we can get that out. Aha! We're pulling teeth on a demon fish. There's another one in the same place on the other side. I dropped it. Come here, support. Get out of the fish's mouth. There we go. Let's see any more. Sometimes those supports hide. Don't want to go away. Oh, what do we got here? In the comments. Buck said, I think I saw the brand. It was paint. Yes, it was. Andrew says, well, earlier I popped the lid of the D again, reinforced the next seam, accidentally sliced the red nav wires too close to the SMD to fix, drilled it out, got a new SMD on its stress test, and since that's all curing or testing or whatever, I'm opening Windows on the 1400D saucer bottom. Sounds like you've had an interesting day, Andrew. I saw that you posted in Discord about the neck seam cracking on the D. And Buck says, Canadian Starships sounds more like the Enterprise is doing a stress test on you. Yes. Andrew says, it's just trying to be supportive. And then Buck says, Donnie the dentist. And suddenly the audience went quiet. What are you trying to say, Buck? Everybody's scared of me being a dentist? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd be scared if I was the dentist. So, yeah, can't blame them for that. I would not trust me as a dentist at all. Not even a little bit. That is a pretty good dark red for in there. I don't know how the heck I'm going to paint all these teeth in here, though. That is going to be interesting. We may just fake it a bit on some of them teeth. I can't even get the brush back in there far enough to get some of the bottom of his mouth. I don't know why in the heck he molded the whole inside of this thing as one piece. The whole head, I mean. The whole head of this thing is one piece. One big piece. Trent says he's playing with his new airbrush. Hey, those H&S airbrushes are really nice. I have an Ultra and an Infinity. I don't have the one you have. I have the one below it and the one above it. But yeah, they're nice. I still prefer my Sotar though. And the Sotar's cheaper. You can specialize in painting teeny tiny things on people's teeth. Yeah. Good one, Andrew. Tooth art. Let's put some more paint down. Well, I mean, people paint things on their nails, so why not their teeth? You have to get like super waterproof paint or something, though, so it would stay on more than 5 minutes. Let's see here. By the way, I just saw your post, Andrew. I do not have someone on board to produce tonight. I guess Ken's still busy with his dad. I can't blame him for that, though. Family first. Family first. Like when I skipped out on doing the stream that one week to take Maddie down to see her grandparents, she still asks to go back and see them again. We're going to have to make that happen again as soon as we can. She had an absolute blast. And they enjoyed seeing her too. Uh-oh, I got quiet again. You could specialize in painting teeny tiny people's teeth. And then Buck said, Darth Trent, OG, is airbrush a euphemism? And then Andrew said, do you want? I mean, if you want to, Andrew, I would welcome the help. And Darth Trent says, yes, Buck. I guess meaning that airbrush is a euphemism for something. I don't know what it would be, but what exactly is airbrush a euphemism for, Trent? Now I'm curious. Need to go to a slightly smaller brush.
So what are you painting in there?
His mouth.
Looks like a good shade of red.
Thank you. I'm not even sure what shade it is.
Looks like Canadian Starship's red to me.
Kind of, yeah, it is, isn't it? I think it might be a little darker, though. Maybe.
Buck says, ew, that's gross.
The Reaper uses thermal labels on their paint bottles. And because I used to have all my paint sitting on a rack over here on the desk, the sun just wiped out the writing. It's not there anymore. So it's something red. Something red. How's that sound?
Misadventures in Scale Modeling says secret code.
Secret
Sir-
code. Think about it. The air. Oh God, Buck. Why did I have to ask? You would think by now I would know better than ask Buck something like that, right?
Indeed.
So how's the D coming along?
Well, it's been a fight today, the last couple days. So Buck
Yeah,
says
I
banned.
saw on Discord where the neck seemed separated and all that.
Well, I think that's just because of how much I was fighting with it last night to get everything aligned properly.
Right.
So,
Put a little too much pressure on it.
quite possibly. So I couldn't fix it without popping the top and reinforcing it with quick weld from the inside. So popped it off for the second time.
Is that the second time you've had to reopen that one?
Yeah. So
Oh, that's right. The lights.
I forgot. Well, I forgot to put the light box in. So that would have been. Can't remember if that was last night or if that was on my own live stream.
Might have been in your live stream.
It was either my live stream or HTM last night. It's all kind of blending together now.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go back and watch the Sunday stream yet.
And Misadventures in Scale Modeling says, ban me, ban me. Ken is not here.
He is not.
So yes, it's so in the process of cleaning the adhesive off the saucer rim, I accidentally sliced through the very fine, well, the red wire, the very fine red wire on the red nav 0402 SMD, and it was right where it enters the hull. So there was no way I could just reconnect it. So I had to drill out the SMD, and I've got another one on the breadboard testing, and I'll reinsert that, and then I'll just connect it to the existing lines that are in there. Just everything like that. Delays.
Isn't it great when stuff like that happens?
Yeah, exactly.
But it always does sooner or later.
Yeah. Buck says, nope, it was last night. Then everyone reminded you not to forget the light box again. Yeah. So it was last night. And Misadventures in Scale Modeling says Mr. Ken is playing hockey.
Was it the other one that you had to open up because
I had to pop
the saucer weren't right?
Yeah, I had to pop the top on the first one because I didn't have the alignment of the armature right. So both have had their lids popped at one time or another.
Wow.
So it just seems like it's part of the process. I'm getting good at it. And then Buck says, wait a minute. And he's made a new word. That's just one word, all one word. Wait a minute. Never cut the red wire. It's always the blue wire. Well, somebody who knows what they're doing uses all the same coloring, so you don't know which wire to cut.
Right.
And remind me, what's Misadventures in Scale Modeling's name?
That's Dawn.
That's Dawn? Okay. I get the screen names and real names mixed up.
I do that too until they've been around long enough that it finally sinks through my thick skull.
Yeah. So he says, lights suck, laugh out loud. And says, hooked. Todd's here. Todd says, hello, good evening. All is that Andrew producing?
Todd?
No, it's Jordan.
Yeah, it's not Andrew, it's Jordan.
Jody says, hi, Andrew.
Jody says hi.
Trent's here saying, hey, Todd. Hey, Todd. Jody says, hi, Todd. Todd says, I knew it. Don says, hey, Todd, hope you're better. Buck says, hey, Todd. And Stephen Haynes says, hi, Todd. Everybody's saying hi to Todd.
Has Todd been sick?
Well, he disappeared on the live stream last night because he wasn't doing too well.
Oh, really?
He was MIA for a while on the toilet, I think, and then never made it back to the stream.
Oof.
My guess is he had Taco Bell or something.
Todd, have you been eating Circle K hot dogs again?
I think that came up, if I remember correctly. And Buck says, by the way,
not to eat the Circle K hot dogs.
Yeah. Buck says, by the way, I've been talking with Wally. He will also do stickers.
Oh, cool. Find out how much he wants for the t-shirts. I'd be interested in that. Maybe get a couple more made.
So I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this, but Jody says too much model musi. I'm assuming he's saying Metamucil.
Yes,
that's it.
Model mucil.
Yeah, model mucil.
Yeah,
I see what he did there.
I see what you did there.
And Buck says he made it back unless he left again after I left. Well, I had to leave too, so I didn't know if he made it back or not. And Todd says, I did make it back to stream more, survived it.
Was it the Circle K hot dogs again, Todd? Come on, be honest.
I'm not sure those things would be considered an edible food product.
I know. I would say that about any gas station hot dogs myself personally, but you know.
Buck says, I'm already working with him for shirts, and he said he will take care of it.
Nice. Is he starting up his own little printing business or something?
Oh, and Buck says, I think it was gas station sushi.
Yeah, the only thing worse than Circle K hot dogs, gas station sushi.
And Don says, nice, good to have another source.
Maybe he can beat the price we got on the other ones.
I did find a Canadian source for stickers.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so I'll be investigating it.
Sticker Mule has great prices on stickers. I don't know about by the time you get them to Canada, but
Jody says Circle K hot dogs are good here. I'll take your word for it, Jody. I'm not gonna risk trying it. Buck says he runs a business already, part of why he dropped from modeling for a while.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
And Jody says they're just like Costco dogs.
Yeah,
are they as cheap as Costco dogs, though?
Been sitting in the little warmer for 3 days. There's supports between his teeth.
I stopped getting the Costco hot dogs or sausages because I discovered that if you have two of the Costco sausages with ketchup and mustard, you're taking in something like 150% of your daily intake allowance for sodium.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me one bit. Y'all are going to say I'm crazy, but I've never been to Costco, ever. They just built one here in Murfreesboro, like, I don't know, a year ago. I still haven't been.
Well, it's worth it if you do enough volume, because you do have to pay a membership fee.
Yeah, it's like Sam's. Do you know what Sam's Club is?
That's the Walmart version, I think, right?
Right. Yeah, we had Sam. Well, we still have Sam's here. We used to go there years ago, but we don't really buy enough stuff in bulk to really make it worth it.
Mm-hmm. So Buck says, somehow I feel Sticker Mule is a bit expensive, but I don't pick up stickers much.
Well, but with Sticker Mule, you just, You wait till they send you an email saying, "Hey, you can get 50 stickers for $19 or whatever," and then you buy those 50 stickers, and then you don't buy no more till they offer you another special price.
Yeah. Buck says, don't forget 50,000% of your daily fat intake.
Yeah.
Sharks here saying hello, Donnie, and everyone on chat,
What's going on, Ricardo?
which is basically what Buck just said. Jody says, nobody tells me how much sodium I'm allowed to intake in one day. And Penny's Pit Stops here saying, hey, Donnie, sorry about to go to bed, but I thought I'd pop in and say hi.
Well, how you doing, Penny? Glad you stopped in.
Buck says our Sam's membership tends to pay for itself with the Sam's cash our purchases generate. Same with Costco, at least for us. We do enough volume through Costco that we get enough back to pay for our membership every year.
We
And
used to
everybody
do
saying
quite a
hi
bit
to
of,
everybody else.
we used to do quite a bit of shopping at Sam's, but we haven't lately.
So you're managing to get in around the multiple tongues?
Trying. I still have to get in there and paint the tongues too. I was debating which one I should paint first. I don't know.
If only you could have painted them separately and installed them.
I know, but they're all one piece.
Yeah.
The whole head was one piece.
Buck says closest Costco to us is about 90 minutes away, but Sam's is about 8 minutes.
Yeah, we have a Costco that's about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes from the house, and a Sam's, it's almost the same distance.
Yeah, we don't have Sam's Club. Fortunately, our Costco here is only about 10 minutes away, depending on traffic. Whereas my parents, where they live, they've got to drive about 45 minutes to get a Costco. So,
really?
so they make a trip of it, and they strategically plan it and make it worth going.
Save up till they need a whole bunch of stuff at once.
Yeah. Buck says you need to add a couple characters inside the mouth.
Oh, that would be interesting. Nah, skeletons, not characters, skeletons.
And Don says a little Ian.
A little Ian.
And Buck says we also hit Aldi quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been to Aldi too. We have one of those here in Murfreesboro too. Aldi is one of those stores like you can't decide if it wants to be a grocery store or a department store. They have like a little bit of everything.
Sounds like Walmart here.
Well, yeah, you know, you got the Walmart super centers, but Aldi's is like 75% grocery store. Then you have these 2 or 3 aisles with like off the wall stuff like air compressors and airbrushes and all kind of stuff.
Too bad they don't add model supplies.
I know.
Shark says, good idea, Buck. Maybe a little Quint figure.
Quint?
I don't know. And Buck says there is nothing little about Ian, well, except for. I'm assuming he the next word was shyness.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, we'll just go with that.
Oh, Jody said his hands. And Shark says Quint from the movie Jaws.
Oh, wasn't even thinking about Jaws.
Oh, I mean, it's a big creature with a big mouth.
It is. But that just didn't pop in my head when he said Quint. Put an air tank in his mouth for Quint to shoot. Although, I'm not sure that would kill a giant demon fish, but it might. Have you seen that resin kit you can get of Bruce, the mechanical shark they used in Jaws?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That is nice.
Don says Brody shot the tank.
Oh, was it Brody? Okay. I
And
haven't seen Jaws in years.
Buck says, I'm assuming he means it wasn't Quint that shot the tank, it was Brody.
Well, that's what he said, wasn't it?
Well, he said it was Quint that shot the tank, it was Brody. I'm assuming that was a typo.
Yeah, I said Quint. Because I couldn't remember.
Don says Quint got 8.
Oh, that's right. On the back of the boat. That's right.
What was he, shark bait?
He was shark lunch.
Buck says, I wasn't hired for my typing.
I don't remember hiring you, Buck. You just walked in one day. Wait, no. I think you hired me, didn't you?
Then he said, you're going to need a bigger boat.
Yep.
And Don says, obviously. Lol.
Now I'm probably going to paint these tongues red and have to repaint half these teeth.
Buck says, walked in, sat down, and never left.
Well, considering you and Eric were at HTM before me, y'all must have hired me instead of the other way around.
And Jody wants to know, Donnie, does your camera have tracking focus?
It focuses on whatever's closest to the lens.
Yeah, so when your magnifiers
Arm is in the way.
Well, your magnifiers get into frame, it focuses on that and not your build.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about that because
It's just a service you provide. It's just a service you provide.
Yeah, it's a service I provide. I like that. I'm also old and I need to see.
Don says, need a better screening. You let me into the group.
Nah, you fit right in with the rest of us, man. I mean, we let Buck in, so.
Jody said,
Todd let Ian in.
and Buck says Eric walked in, never sat down, left, came back, left again, came back, left again, came back, lost his mind, then left for good.
Kind of, yeah. He was back on YouTube briefly.
Don wants the Wonderfest countdown update. We're looking at 296 days, 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 52 seconds. And the context on that is how much time I have left to work on stuff before I have to pack up and go to Wonderfest.
Yep.
And Buck
So
says,
are
I
you
think
taking
Todd
the other Enterprise next year?
What's that?
Are you taking the other Enterprise next year?
My guess is the Excelsior. Because that's the one I'll be doing as the commission build.
I gotta start my Wonderfest build before long.
So Buck says, I think Todd paid Ian to join.
That would do it.
And Don says he should get his money back.
I don't think Ian came with a warranty.
No money back guarantee?
Yeah. Yeah, no money back guarantee.
Shark says, I'm buying my airplane tickets to Wonderfest in September.
Nice.
Where do you have to come from? And Jody says, awesome.
Oh, he's
Thumbs
in where is he? I can't remember now. Meridia or something like that.
Mexico.
Yeah, but what? Yucatan, Mexico. Didn't you give us the stickers, Ricardo, that said greetings from Merida or something like that? I have one over yonder on my toolbox. What were you saying, Andrew?
I was saying you took the pronunciation of that, so I didn't have to worry about figuring it out.
Well, I'm not going to say that I got it right, but I took a guess.
So Ricardo says the city is Merida in Yucatan State.
Oh, okay. Merida.
I apologize for my pronunciations of some of these locations.
Same.
At times, it's just best to go with whatever comes out of your mouth and pretend as if you meant to say it. Hobby Times here saying hi, guys.
What's going on, Gordon?
Buck says Eric keeps coming back to YouTube and rebranding. Only person I know that has had at least 8 YouTube identities in the last 5 years.
Oh, I would say at least 8.
Everybody's saying hi to Gordon.
Unless you count the multiple times that he's been Rascal or some iteration thereof.
Just scrolled through all the highs.
I'm thinking about when I finish this, changing the stream slightly and working on my Wonderfest build for next year. It won't be Mini Monday anymore. It'll be
Model Monday?
Monday. Yeah, something like that. Because I need to get to working on that.
What's your Wonderfest build going to be?
The Orville.
Okay, very nice.
I printed it all out a while back. And then when I was printing Buck's kit for him, I realized that when you buy a kit from Gambody, you get one version that's meant for a resin printer and one version that's meant for FDM printer. But when I was printing Buck's kit out, the resin version was tiny. So I thought, well, let's try the FDM version. And it works. You can print the FDM print right on the resin printer, provided that it fits on the build plate. So I went back and looked at the Orville again, and all of the parts of the Orville will fit on my build plate, although some of them I will have to print by themselves, just a part on the build plate. But that's going to be a much nicer looking model, much bigger.
Buck says, wait, what? No, you can't do that. And then
Can't
says,
do what?
wait. Then says, wait, Orville, what are you doing painting? Get to work on the Orville.
I'm going to once I finish this.
And Jody wants to know which Orville, Donnie, the first one or the season 3 version?
The first one. I don't remember the season 3 version being that much different, though, honestly. I know it was some different, but it wasn't a whole lot different, was it?
And Shark says, yes, we want to see the Orville.
Nice. I got the first few pieces printed out again. It is much, much, much bigger. Now let's see what we can do with those tongues.
You'll have to find a bridge module to put in there and then paint it all up.
Oh, inside?
Yeah. Is it big enough to have a bridge module?
Yeah. I think so anyway. I don't know.
Buck's trying to start a chant. Orville, Orville, Orville.
There's the bridge of the bigger one.
Yeah. How's the front window? Yeah, if there was an STL for a bridge set, you could definitely put something in there.
That would be cool.
Jody says season 3 has much more details on the hull and color variations.
There's the bridge from the original one I printed out. It's like 3 times bigger or more. I'll have to look up and compare the differences. I don't remember how different it was, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I think I'd be highly surprised if we ever get another season of that show.
There's supposed to be a season 4. Well, last I heard anyway.
Oh, Ken's here. Everybody watch your
What's
P's
going
and
on,
Q's.
Ken?
You want to be banned. Ken says, looking good, Donnie.
Thank you.
And I'm just preemptively saying that everybody's going to start saying hi to Ken in the chat.
It's almost like you've done this before, Andrew.
Hmm. Buck says, I think season 4 is supposed to be coming on Hulu.
Well, that's where all the other seasons were. So,
Is that Sulu's brother?
yeah.
Shark says, you can't find an STL for the interior. Maybe you can get a high detail photo, print it, and put it in there with some light. It would look great.
That's a good idea.
And Buck says, don't ban me, Mr. Ken.
Ken's not in StreamYard, so I think you're safe, Buck.
Or is he?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You've tempted Andrew, Buck.
Jody says Kraus puts little slides inside for interiors. Yeah.
Yes, he does. And they look amazing.
Ken says, okay.
Was he telling Buck, okay, he won't ban him?
Buck says, I ain't scared, ma. And then follows that up with much, which makes much more sense.
Much makes much more sense.
Yeah. So this is working out pretty well. I only have to look down long enough to position my pin vise. And then while I'm twisting it, I can look up and keep an eye on the chat.
There you go.
Ken says, how is Andrew tonight? Andrew is doing all right. A little frustrated with the D because I had to pop the lid again.
Yeah, he's reassembling.
Popped it for the second time.
Did you see what I put in Discord?
Did I see what?
You tore it apart and now you're putting it back together again. Is that remodeling?
Oh yeah. Buck says, me makes sense. Have you met me? Well, we assume we have, but I mean, we didn't ask for identification or anything.
Dang, I knew we forgot something.
Whoever that word was, we just took his word for it.
I knew Buck didn't really lose that much weight. He's still an imposter.
Oh, and Ken, I also accidentally sliced through a wire on the red upper saucer 0402 SMD nav, so I'm running a new one, test running a new one, so I can replace it. I've already drilled the old one out. Buck says, maybe I was really Ian. Nah, that guy didn't talk enough to be Ian.
Not nearly enough.
And the guy playing the role of Ian talked enough for us to be convinced that it was Ian. So Jody says that thing has more tongues than a Vietnamese phone book. Buck says, or Kenneth. No, he talked a little bit too much to be Kenneth.
Which Kenneth?
I don't know.
The one that praises everybody as his favorite modelers?
Maybe. And definitely talked way too much to be Keith.
Yes. Although Keith does a pretty good job of preventing any dead air on his Kronos 1 streams.
That's good. That's definitely a skill that you have to learn.
It is. One that I'm still not good at.
Buck says Kenneth from Georgia.
Yes. The one who says everyone is his favorite modeler.
Mhm.
Ian's next door neighbor. Ian just doesn't know it yet. I just looked up and saw that. I think the underside of some of these tongues is just going to have places that don't get painted because I don't know how to get to them.
Buck said Donnie is a genus.
The genus.
Yeah, that's what he says. And Todd says from in the floor.
From in the floor. I'm sorry, Tyler. I don't get that comment.
Buck says, yes, I am rolling in the floor laughing.
Oh!
In the floor? Has there been some sort of phased space problem? Better be careful that it doesn't solidify around you.
That's what Kenneth always says, rolling in the floor laughing.
Jody says, hey, get out of my floor. I'm rolling in here.
Maybe y'all can at least halfway see what I'm doing.
Ken says, imagine the drool coming off those tongues.
Right?
Are you going to make them glossy so that they look like they're wet?
I probably will.
Buck says, finer. I'll roll in the wall and in the ceiling. Jody says, and in the walls and driveway.
It's quiet. The person who's supposed to be talking isn't talking. Why am I not talking?
A little too quiet.
Bum, bum, bum.
And Jody says, got any clear UV resin?
I do.
You can make yourself some drool.
Yep. I don't know if UV resin is quite stringy enough to make jewel, though. Maybe. That would be an interesting experiment. A lot of
Buck
people on
says, "Go
YouTube
fish."
use that. Do what?
Buck says, "Go fish."
Go fish.
Apparently, he doesn't have any clear UV resin.
Yeah. A lot of people on YouTube use that Yoo-hoo glue to make jewel. It's supposed to be really clear and stringy.
Never heard of it.
I've only heard of it from watching people use it to make jewel with.
Drool 2 for you.
Yeah.
There was absolutely nothing of interest to me in the latest round 2 for you YouTube video.
Same. Yeah. I watched the whole model section. It was all cars, and I'm like, boo.
Earns.
Although I understand they sell a lot of the car models, so.
Buck says, "I can see if I can bottle up some drool from Marley for you. 100% real drool."
Hey, there you go. Just email it to me, Buck. Yeah, just 3D model some of Marley's drool. Send it to me. You can do that, right?
Looks like Buck's still maintaining his #1 slot in the chat.
Oh, really? Well, see, Dash can't cheat on my channel to take the lead by throwing money. Because that's not monetized. He can't do it.
We haven't seen Howard here tonight.
No, we haven't. It would be nice to have another channel helping us pay our StreamYard bill, but I'll get there someday.
Buck says, "That just means I talk too much."
Yeah.
Here's Ken throwing money at you. I'm assuming I'm assuming that's what it is.
That's what it looks like.
Bundles of cash.
Yeah. That's what it looks like. I could just see Ken with a stack of money going. By the way, group build idea, something to do with the moon landing.
Oh, good idea. Good thing you figured out what GB meant. I was just going to say GB idea without having any idea what that meant. He says, "We'll do it in 4 years."
No, we'll start it now, and you might finish it in 4 years, Buck.
Buck says, "Ken's throwing dollar bills."
Dollar bills.
It would hurt a little bit more if we threw our dollars at you.
Are your dollars all coins?
Yep.
We have dollar coins.
You've got your Sacagawea dollars.
Yep.
But they're not very common.
No, but we have them.
Dollar coins our loonies are the only dollar increment we have. We don't have bills anymore. Same with twos. Our toonie is our only $2 increment. We don't have $2 bills anymore either.
Loonies and toonies. See, I told you Canadians are crazy. They're all Looney Tunes. Sorry, that was too easy. I couldn't pass that one up.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I figured not, but I had to take it anyway.
In fact, back when I was in grade 5, kids on the playground came up with a song. And you wouldn't necessarily understand, but it was like, we're tiny, we're toony, we can't afford a loony because Brian Mulrooney invented GST.
You're right, I don't understand it.
Yeah. Prime Minister Brian Mulrooney, he brought in the goods and service tax. Playing on the Looney Tunes adjacent and the Looney name.
Right.
Shark says we need to start making our Wayne's Head group build for Wonderfest.
Yes. Make some videos, Don. You get the subscribers. Your work is great and you're fun and interesting. Thank you, Jody. It's just it's hard to find time to make videos right now because I still got all those zombies to paint, that commission that I'm working on.
I want to get working on a video, but I can't until I've got this thing all closed up. And Jody says, I called Borg Wayne already.
He did.
Oh, look, Buck's throwing money at you, money bags at you too.
Oh, Ken, you got outdone. You were throwing stacks of money. Buck's throwing whole bags.
Well, it depends on the value of the bills inside those stacks.
That is true.
Did you guys ever have $1,000 bills?
Oh yeah.
We had $1,000 bills. They were kind of a pinky purpley color. They got rid of them. They got rid of them over counterfeiting concerns.
I don't think I've ever actually had $1,000 bill, but we have $1,000 bills.
I was back in the day. I was working at the grocery store, and one of our cashiers took in $1,000 bill without checking with anybody first. Fortunately for her, I looked and it was a real, but you don't take $1,000 bill as a student cashier without checking with somebody first.
Right.
Jody says, I just need someone to print me the head. Oh,
the
Alex
Wayne here. The Wayne head.
Alex here. He says, hi, Donnie. Hi, Andrew. Guess what? Guess what? You're at work. Yeah.
Man, I'm glad you told us that. We didn't ever guess that.
Oh, he hasn't told us that yet. I'm just assuming. Ken says, but the bags only have pennies. Yeah, that's something we can't do anymore. We don't have pennies anymore.
They're trying to get rid of our pennies again.
Buck says we had $50,000 bills. Oh, sorry, $50,000 bills at one point. Binion's Horseshoe in Vegas used to have a display that you could get your picture taken with 1 million. Alex says, actually, here's a twist, guys. I just got off my shift. I'm about to head home. Well, be careful watching the live stream while you're biking home. We don't want any accidents.
And watch out for the nails in the road.
For a while there, when I was a friend and supervisor at a grocery store back in the day, I ended up dealing with so much counterfeit bills that I could start identifying them while they were still in the customer's hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We also had a bunch of fake credit cards people trying to use. It's amazing what people try to get away with.
Anything to get something for free.
Or people with food vouchers from charitable organizations, and the food vouchers for like made out for like $50, and they put a 1 in front of it, thinking that we won't notice.
Oh no, that one was there, man. You're just trying to rip me off, man. This was $150.
Alex says, actually, I don't have my bike yet. It is ready, so I'll be picking up my bike tomorrow. Something happened to his bike, apparently.
I think it was a flat tire again, wasn't it?
Oh.
I might be wrong, but I think that's what it was.
Do you have far to go biking, Alec? Back when I was in high school and university during the summer times, I would work 2 grocery stores, one in the town that was nearby us, and it was about 4 kilometers away. The other was in the next town over, which was 22 kilometers away because I wasn't getting enough hours at the one store. So I went and applied at the other, said, basically, I'm trained. Do you want to hire me? And so in the summertime, I'd bike all the time. So 4 kilometers to one store, 22 kilometers to the other. You can do your math to translate that into freedom units if you want. But there were days
Miles
where
is freedom units.
What?
Miles is freedom units.
But I was giving you kilometers.
You said miles.
No, I said kilometers.
I could have swore you said miles. I could be wrong. Maybe I was auto-translating.
There was always one day during the week where I'd have to work both. So I'd get up, bike 22 kilometers to the one store, work a shift, bike 26 kilometers to the other store, work the shift, and then bike 4 kilometers home. I was fit back then. Not so much now. Buck says, speaking with the Google, there used to be up to $100,000 bill. That sounds like not a very smart idea. Imagine that drops down through the sewer grate on the street. Shark says, I'm thinking of a Terminator Wayne head with the glasses on and his left eye lit with a red LED.
Oh, that would be cool.
Buck says, in the summertime, D. Ken says, I took a counterfeit money course for detecting of fake money.
Well, yeah.
And when they try to reproduce money on an inkjet printer, it becomes quite obvious. Which for a while we were getting a lot of inkjet prints. Alex says it was a flat again. Haven't had my bike for almost 3 weeks because after they called me about my rear brake pads needing replacing, they forgot to order the new tire for a while. Sounds like they're on top of things. Ken says, then I took a counterfeit payment card course. Wow, I didn't know the RCMP teach you how to make counterfeit money and how to create fake payment cards. Alex says, as for your last question, walking from work is about 25 minutes. With my bike, it's 5 to 7 minutes. Definitely worth biking.
Yes.
Jody says, nice, Ricardo. Buck says it was only used to transfer funds between Federal Reserve banks. Interesting. Still, imagine you were responsible for it and you accidentally lost it.
Yeah.
Buck says, not sure if I still can, but I used to be able to tell real money by feel of the paper. Yeah, we don't even use paper money anymore.
Guys, remember that bag of $50,000 bills? I lost it.
Our money isn't even a paper cotton blend anymore. It's plastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Ours is still paper-ish.
In fact, we've got a whole strip on our bills that's 100% transparent. You can see through it.
Ours is right the opposite. Ours has a metallic strip inside of it. So you hold it up to the light, you can see the light shining through the paper, but there's that one strip that no light shines through.
Buck says, sounds like they are stringing you along to get more money. I'm assuming he's referring to Alec.
Yeah.
Alex says, also, Donnie, I got my crystal towers printed about 2 days ago. Going to print those plugs next and clean up the crystals to be extremely clear so I can see the dice inside clearly.
Cool.
That's an example of me reading a whole bunch of words that don't mean anything to me in their context.
He's printing out it looks like a bunch of crystals sticking up out of the rock, and the crystals are hollow, so you can store your dice inside the crystal.
Oh, okay. And Alec also says, and I'll be getting my dice in the mail tomorrow. Buck says, most of our monies is plastic these days, credit cards. Yeah, but I'm talking about actual physical bills, like our $5 bills. Our $5 bills, our $10 bills, our $20 bills, our $50 bills, and our $100 bills. All plastic. I mean, they hold up better when they go through the wash. They don't tear very easily. Although if they do get a cut in them, then they just tear super easy. Shark says, we just need to decide on the scale. Well, don't you want life-size scale? 1-to-1? Because it is an official measurement, as we know.
Life-size Wayne heads?
Yeah. Jody says, we have the metallic strip too. Canadian currency is one of the most secure in the world. Yep. And Buck says at Shark, only one scale permitted. Wayne's head, after all, is the standard of measurement in the modeling world. Exactly. Jody says you should see our passports under UV light. Yeah, they glow up like a Christmas tree.
Couldn't you just see somebody at Wonderfest saying, hey, man, what's the scale of that kit? About 1/3 Wayne head.
Alex says, isn't Japanese yen extremely secure as well? I have no idea.
Same.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know those things.
Japanese yen is secure in the fact that it takes, what, 8,000 or 10,000 yen to make $1?
Yeah, whenever a currency gets that high in number value, it really needs to have a decimal move.
Yeah. I remember when the Walkman first come out, and the first commercials that Sony released in some of the computer magazines listed it as like 120-something thousand yen or something like that. And come to find out it was like $150.
Yeah, I mean, they could at that point, I think you just create a new currency and just move the decimal place. So 100,000 yen would be 100 yeni, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I think they have larger denominations, but they still list the price of stuff in yen.
Shark says, if it's 1-to-1, then it won't be able to print it or take it to Wonderfest.
Yeah, you just got to print it in pieces, man. Glue it together. Like a model.
Buck says Turkish lira should be secure. You need a wheelbarrow to then of them to buy a candy bar.
Yeah, like the yen.
Chat's coming in thick and fast here. Ken says those gums don't look too healthy, Donnie. I think you should brush his teeth more.
He brushes his teeth with all the armor on the adventurers that he eats.
And Alex says, also, I nominate Donnie as the HTM Dungeon Master whenever we get a HTM campaign started. He is our resident D&D master and probably can come up with an amazing campaign for us.
I don't know about come up with one, but I can find one. Just got to find out if anybody else actually wants to play D&D. I think a HTM D&D game on Discord would be fun.
Jody says, yeah, I have a 20 million whatever it is Turkish bill.
You been to Turkey, Jody?
Survey says no, based on his previous comments.
Oh, that's right. He said he had never been out of whatever province it is he lives in.
Ontario.
Recently.
Ontario.
Ontario, yeah.
Place like home. Oh, he says, sorry, 20,000. I mean, at that point, it doesn't really make much of a difference.
Yeah. My dad used to collect money from other countries.
Buck says, I've seen the Turkish lira go from 1,200 USD to over 1 million Turkish lira to USD. And according to Google, it is currently 40 Turkish lira to 1 USD.
Well, that's not bad.
That's huge swings, though.
Yeah.
Jody says, no, but I have a collection of coins and bills from around the world.
Ah, see, my dad used to do that.
That reminds me of the Flat Earth Society's Facebook page that claims that they've got members all across the globe. Alex says, is there a way to post a poll to see how many of the usual streamers or Discord members would be interested in doing an HTM-themed D&D campaign on Discord? That would be a question for Todd.
There is a way to do a poll in Discord, but I don't know how.
And Alex says, I have a 2020 mint of Japanese coins. Jody says, cool, Alec.
Because I've seen Dave post some polls in there before.
Buck says, Operation Provide Comfort destroyed the Turkish economy. Yeah, I don't know how you would do a poll.
There's a way to do it in Discord. I just don't know what it is.
Can anybody do it, or does it have to be an admin?
That's a good question. Right along with how do you do it to begin with?
Oh, Jody says to Alec, just scroll down to polls in the feed and make it. Okay.
Ah, here you go.
Jody to the rescue.
If that's the case, then no, you don't have to be an admin because Jody wasn't an admin until a day or two ago. So.
And Jody says anybody can do it. Oh, and Jody has taken the #1 spot in chat.
Oh, Buck. Are you going to give up now like Don did?
What time does your stream go till?
Oh, shit. It's 9:20 already. I'll quit at 9:30. I usually quit about 9, but
Well, because you have to work early, don't you?
yeah, I have to get up at 4.
Jody, are you starting a stream after Donnie's stream is done? Shark says, yeah, I guess I could print it in parts, but then I couldn't take it to Winterfest. I'll have to take it in one piece, and it would fill my model transport box, and I wouldn't be able to take more models. Yeah, because you have to fly, right? Jody says, zoom.
Yeah, but wouldn't you still have the same problem if you printed it all in one piece?
Well, I think if you print it in parts, it would fit on a printer easier.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. He was saying you didn't have a printer big enough to print it in one piece or something. And I said, well, yeah, you print it in pieces.
I think it's independent issues. Buck says it's just because he comes first alphabetically or something like that. Sure. Alex says, and posted a poll on general to see whom is interested. And Jody says, Ricardo, you could send it to someone in the US if you want to take the risk of shipping it.
Yeah, that's an option. Jody never did answer whether he's streaming or not, did he? Well, I'm going to finish these gums and then I'll call it a stream.
Jody says, and get it when you come. Buck says, send it to Ian. He always offers that to everyone.
He does. And it usually only takes him like 3 or 4 months to actually ship the stuff.
No, that's if he's sending stuff back to you.
Yeah.
Shark says the shipping would cost almost the same as my plane ticket.
Probably.
Buck says with that red on your thumb, it looks like the fish bit you when your thumb was in its mouth.
He did, see? All right. I guess I'll call it the stream here.
Oh,
It's
Donnie's
almost
fixing.
9:30. Do what, Andrew?
Said Donnie's fixing.
I'm fixing. But I got quite a bit of the detail in his mouth painted.
Yeah. Those teeth really stand out now.
They do.
Although I'd be interested to know what his dental plan is, because those are some mighty clean teeth.
Well, I got to put the highlights and stuff on them, and then I'll put some blood and stuff on them.
Wouldn't want to be his dental hygienist.
No. Like I said, he probably scrapes his teeth clean on the armor from all the adventurers that he eats.
Jody says, I don't think the Wayne head is full size, is it? I mean, I'm sure you can make it full size if you want. Although we'd have to get Wayne to take actual physical measurements of his head so that we can make sure it's printed at the correct size.
That is true.
Buck says, wait, what happened to the Orville?
He ate it.
Oh, and Howard's here. Hello and goodbye. I made it for the fixin'. Yep.
You did.
Ken says, looks amazing, Donnie.
Thank you.
Buck says, looks great, Donnie.
Thank you, Buck.
Buck says, hey, Howard. Alex says, looking menacing, Donnie. Go easy on the newbie adventurers. Or not. Lol.
Yeah. I mean, just for scale, that's him. That's a human adventurer.
And where's your banana?
I don't have a banana. No banana for scale. No Wayne head either. But I'm gonna call it here, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you want. Let's see. Tomorrow night we have Keith at 7 Central doing his Chronos 1 build. And then immediately after that, we have Buck working on the jail wagon, I believe. And then Wednesday night, we have Woody Wednesday. Alex cheated. He's already finished his rocket. And Thursday night, we have Jordan. Is Jordan doing dockyards this week or?
I'm not sure what his plan is.
Probably
I can guarantee
dockyards.
his Thursday night will not be making a model of pizza.
Right. And then, of course, Friday night, we have the regular stream. And then Saturday night will be Andrew, probably working on the Enterprise D, would be my guess.
Would be my guess, too.
And then the Sunday stream at 3 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central.
4 o'clock for the Sunday stream, 4 o'clock Eastern.
No, it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, 4 o'clock Eastern.
If anybody wants to know when the regularly scheduled streams are, they are a pinned comment in the Doing It Live thread in Discord. It's also in the news thread in Discord.
Ah.
And it's also listed on the Facebook channel.
Nice. We have it covered. We have every day of the week covered. One day covered twice.
Typically,
but anyway,
days end up being covered more than twice because quite often Jody will stream as well.
That is true.
Jody doesn't have a scheduled stream time yet.
Jody streams when Jody wants to stream.
Yeah.
Which is quite often, actually. I wish I had that much free time. But thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all Wednesday night on the Woody stream or in the comments tomorrow night on Keith and Buck's stream. But thank you, everyone, for stopping by. I appreciate it. And everybody, have a good one. Later, y'all.